this is Sarah Russell, but my pen name is S.J. Everett, or it will be. Maybe it's not a good idea to share the name, but it is what it is. So, this is my book, and I'm going to finish it at some point, I hope. But because of everything going on in the world, I just want to share it. I wasn't ever sure if I wanted to be picked up, if I wanted to self-publish. So the future is the future. Right now is the present, and I just want to share my story. So we're going to do Crimson, The Fall of a Kingdom by S.J. Everett. And then here is the dedication. It's a little bit personal, but it's not too bad. So, to Alice and Warren for helping me find myself again. I'll never forget that your friendship helped me through my 20s, or that you encouraged my dreams when few others did. And then for everyone, listen to Under Heaven Over Hell by Florence and the Machine. It's a soundtrack. So if you want to listen to what inspired me as I was writing and continues to inspire me as I write, you can listen to some Florence and the Machine. I'm just going to zoom this in a little bit. So, actually a lot of it. That's small. So, prologue, Shrouding storm. I'm beyond tired. I'm beyond scared. I'm standing on the mouth of hell, and it will swallow me whole. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Season 7, Episode 21. End of Days. Were the kind king alive to see his son now, hesitating at the threshold of the celestial chamber, he would be taken aback by how much he resembles his mother. Queen Maeve's assertive spirit flickers in the depths of Morrow's umber eyes as he pauses. His mother's wavy brown locks frame his face as he looks into the stained glass skylight at the center, the storm above casting deep shadows upon the dark skin he inherited from his father. Thunder rumbles, echoes vibrating through the stone floor. The storm's light scatters across the temple in patterns too chaotic to follow. Morrow gnashes his teeth as he steps into the chamber. He eyes the gloom that clings to Luxor's statue. On a normal day, the sun's light reveals the truth, brought forth by Luxor and reflected by man. Today, no divine clarity cuts through the darkness. Light snaps across the room, illuminating Thalora, the weaver of fates, beside him. Her polished statue seems to drink it with an eerie glow. Gleaming threads of mirrored gold shimmer with the flash, emanating from her spindle and stretching midway to the vaulted ceiling and throughout the chamber. Under Luxor's light, beams shoot from their fiber, and once one prays and operates the spindle, they illuminate the painted runes throughout the room. Without it, the golden strands hang dull and lifeless, yet Morrow must seek guidance beyond the veil. Embodied as golden strands that hide Thalora's unseeing eyes, the veil holds all life's mysteries, including the answers Morrow seeks. Knowledge of life, death, power, and fate. A shiver runs up his spine in indignation, his fingers twitching at his sides. The idea of surrendering to the same God his mother whispered prayers to feels like salt in an open wound, but he has no choice in the matter. Morrow's knees pressed into the chilled stone, his robes settling heavily around him. His eyes fall to the pedestal at the goddess's feet, etched with glyphs, fine cracks, spiderwebbing across the obsidian. My father is dead, he chokes out. The words are awkward on his tongue, first spoken. They echo back to him, preceded by silence. He wasn't sick. There was no time to prepare. One moment he was here, the next. Morrow's searing eyes can't tear away from Thalora's, hiding behind her creations. If you cut this thread, then tell me why, he demands. Give me something. A reason, a path, an enemy. The silence stretches, absolute and unfeeling. Thalora's veil sparkles faintly, yet she offers nothing. No sign, no comfort, no condemnation. Only the choice to weave the threads correctly or be bound by them. Morrow squeezes his eyes shut, fingers digging into the folds of his robes. He hasn't prayed to Thalora since the day he left for the guard, since his mother's rising voice last echoed off these walls. Her nails had bitten into his skin like the stone beneath his knees. Fate does not bend for cowards, the queen had said, the veil of devotion hiding nothing of the contempt in her eyes. Kneel, or be cut from the tapestry. Even now, phantom bruises ache beneath his sleeves, pulsing to the disturbing cadence of her prayers. I swore I wouldn't kneel to you. Not ever again, Morrow snarls. Not after what my mother did. The things you let her do. But I can't do this blind. If this is your weaving, then damn you. Show me where to cut, or I'll shred the tapestry with my own hands. A sudden gust howls through the crack in the castle walls, candles dancing wildly. Darkness twists and writhes across the stone. The whole chamber draws a violent breath, the air catching. A sign, he thinks. It has to be. Yet the moment passes just as quickly as it comes. The wind dies down into a whisper. The candles still, their flames upright and calm. The spindle's threads hang motionless, just stone, gold, and darkness. Hope flares bright, then curdles in a heartbeat. Morrow's fists loosen, fingers trembling as strength drains from them. They reach toward the hilt at his side, itching for something to cut. He shoots up, boots striking down against the floor. That's it, he sneers. That's all you'll give me? Thunder claps, but nothing happens. Instead, fury mutilates grief until it surrenders. Answer me! The demand tears through Morrow as a roar. Morrow's fist lurches toward the statue and cracks against the edge of Thalora's face. His knuckles graze her veil and the impact jolts him forward. Then comes the crack. Morrow's eyes snap down. One of the filigree patterns of her veil lies on the ground, shattered. He lifts his hand to Thalora's cheek where his fist had struck, a fine line fracturing the stone. Tiny shards break free and fall to the floor with a sound like leaves crushed under his boot. Savage satisfaction floods him at the sight, proof that the weaver's design is not untouchable. But the feeling sours, leaving only the sting of his wounds and the darkness insulating his grief. You're bleeding. Morrow's breath hitches and he whirls before he can think. His mentor and commander of the Moravian Guard, Ezio, stands near the edge of the celestial chamber. Ezio's imposing form is shrouded half in shadow as he ambles to the center of the room, his spine straight. His shadowed eyes flick from beneath raised brows to Morrow's split and raw fists before settling back on the prince's face. Morrow's jaw locks, his hand suddenly throbbing. "How long have you been standing there?" he asks. Ezio meets his glare without flinching. "Long enough," he says plainly. "I didn't want to interrupt." Morrow turns to examine Thalora, hiding his smoldering cheeks. "Get to your point," he says. "Fine," Ezio returns. "You're needed in the solarium. The council is waiting, and not all seem eager for your coronation." "Right, the council," Morrow says, trailing off as he turns back around. He can't help but think his absence serving the guard hurt his relationship with his father's council, but he'd done it to rid himself of Queen Maeve. He shudders, nearly flinching in anticipation of another blow. "Your father left a letter. It's sealed and it's for you," Ezio says, interrupting the dark trajectory of Morrow's memories. "You have it?" Morrow asks. "I do, and I'll get to it as soon as we reach the solarium," Ezio replies, patting a pocket midway down his cloak. "I wasn't about to leave it anywhere the council or other prying eyes could find it." "Good." Ezio steps forward, crossing the distance. He stops a pace away. "Keep your chin up, soldier," he says. "The council's too divided, and they'd have to get through me to get to my king." Morrow huffs like a stag, repeating the word in his mind. King. He doesn't have that same certainty, and he can feel its lack within his depths.